Broncos country, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hey, quick shout out to Marquee Sports on making me aware of this signing. So, y'all go check out his video as well, link it in the comments and description. But a very interesting under the radar signing that we've made 26-year-old. Let me make sure I get his name correct. Dondrea Tillman of the UFL, formerly the USFL, has joined the Broncos, has signed with the Broncos. The report that I'll show here in a minute is from Mile High Huddle, SI, Zach Kelberman. But it seems like this is official. It's on in spot track. But y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments on this player. Of course, smash that like and subscribe. But very interesting. I think this is somebody that's brought in, of course, to fight for a roster spot. And again, I think that we're hyped about a player like Devon Vele, right? Why shouldn't we be a little bit hyped about Dondrea Tillman as well? So let's go ahead and get into it, show some of the highlights. Of course, I do have some of this on slowed a little bit and muted for copyright reasons, but I'll first read this tweet from James Larson. Said, we need to have a conversation about USFL Stallions, Dondrea Tillman. How is this man not in the NFL? He had another spectacular outing against St. Louis this weekend. This was a few weeks ago, May 13th. So totaling 4 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a sack. He's the top graded defensive lineman in the UFL at 92. Interesting. Maybe I'll need to look at his overall PFF grade throughout the rest of the season, but so far had 19 tackles at this time, 6 tackles for loss, a forced fumble, and 3.5 sacks. This isn't anything new. Tillman finished the 2023 USFL season with a 90.1 PFF grade, posting 32 tackles and 4 sacks. He was one of the top defensive ends in spring football last year. His motor, explosiveness, and ability to track down the ball is NFL caliber. Someone has to sign him this summer. It's long overdue. And again, I'll just run some of this. Apologies, I have to keep it a little small due to copyright reasons. But number 99, you can see just in the play there, just blowing this thing up from the interior, meets the running back well before he can even get back to the line of scrimmage. And Mark in the Marquee Sports video brought this up. Like, yeah, you would think that these spring leagues are probably higher talent level than college football. Yes, I agree with that 100%. You can see another play here of him coming in with a nice little tackle for loss there off of that unintentional fumble Ruski. I think Mark said that he weighs a little over 270 pounds or so, a little bit more so of a tweener. So it's going to be really interesting to see where he ends up playing. But I do think that we're somebody that needs added depth on the defensive line, especially, although I hope Owazurike is reinstated here in the next month or so. We just don't know that for certain. And I think he could end up competing for a back-end roster spot. I would love to have some more interior pass rush. Hopefully he's a guy that can kind of play that 5 technique if needed, that 3-4 defensive end in terms of that alignment. I would absolutely love that. But welcome to the Broncos, Dondrea Tillman. Pumped to have you here. There's definitely a path to playing time for you if you earn it. And yeah, we'll have to see like what the rest of the competition looks like. These guys might play a little bit differently in terms of their positions on the defensive line, but some other guys that he could find himself competing against. Of course, I just mentioned to Wazurike. We got Angelo Blackson that we signed, 32-year-old this past year. Matt Henningsen, maybe, but he might project to play a little bit more in the middle. I think he's a little bit bigger of a guy. We'll have to see how many of these defensive linemen that we end up keeping alongside DJ Jones, Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, Jonathan Cooper, Malcolm Roach, like all those guys. So, and then of course we did bring in Jonah Ellis, but I think he'll probably play more of that edge alongside Jonathan Cooper. Now, let me go ahead and transition over to this article again from Mile High Huddle. Credit to Zach Kelberman, he's the one that linked this tweet as well. And I wanted to read this to you guys. Before arriving in the NFL's unofficial minor league, Tillman played collegiate ball at Division II, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. What? Where he registered 82 solo tackles, 28 sacks, 2 picks, and a pair of defensive touchdowns across 48 games. He's been in the USFL and now UFL for 3 years. Brings a championship mindset. He's won, I believe, 3 straight. 3 straight championships there. So he understands what it takes to build a winning culture and be a part of a team like that. So this season, 92 total tackles, or maybe this is over his career. Because 92 total tackles is insane from a defensive lineman. 51 solo, 8.5 sacks, while helping lead the dynasty to its three-peat. So, yeah, he said, new arrivals on the defensive line, John Franklin Myers, Malcolm Roche, and Angelo Blackson. He'll likely compete for a backup role behind starting defensive end Zach Allen, or at worst, a spot on the practice squad. So I absolutely love it. I'm excited to have him here. Again, I'll link this article from Zach Kelberman in the description. But welcome to the Broncos, Dondrea Tillman. There's definitely a spot on this roster for you if you earn it. And we need some production, somebody penetrating the line in both the pass rush and in the run game for some tackles for loss. We had some serious trouble doing that last year. I'm very confident we're going to see a bump up from this whole group in terms of improvement. So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, smash that like and subscribe here and as well as with Mark over at Marky Sports. Thanks so much, guys.